Here we go again. Mamma Mia. Are we excited for that movie?
No.
No.
Why is it a thing?
Welcome back to CineWeek. This is the second week of July. The third. That's right. This is the third week of July, July 20th. And we have 3 movies that you may have heard about, and then a ton in uncertain and limited release that I bet you have not. So, without further ado, here we go again. Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia, here we go again.
Pretty sure the 2 people to my left are going to murder you.
The title says it all. I don't know why we're doing this again. Like, it's actually irritating that the movie's title is so self-referential on multiple fronts. It's mind-boggling. Like, they admitted in the title, like, how apathetic it was that this movie is being made. Here we go again. But then it's also, here we go again.
Don't stop, everyone.
It hurts my mind. The next movie up this week is The Equalizer 2. And if you're not familiar with the first, I'd highly recommend you check it out. First one was a good, revenge movie. It was kind of like Denzel gets a role that normally Bruce Willis would get. And I was kind of cool with that because Denzel Washington's Denzel Washington. And I'd watch him in anything. Excited for this movie. Antoine Fuqua's at it again, and if you haven't checked out his filmography, definitely do, because his first big hit was Training Day, and that movie's awesome.
Never seen
So
it.
you should watch it. It's good.
There's a long list of movies that I'd say I've never seen it, and Anthony's like, we should watch it. We
Yeah,
still
but then
haven't.
on the other side,
There's a lot of
you've got you don't need to. If it's on,
Okay.
watch it.
Training Day is an exception. I think that's his best movie by far out of his filmography. It's a really good movie.
Not Tears of the Sun?
Yeah, it's up there. It depends on your state of mind.
Is that the one that we watched yesterday?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which that's another Antoine Fuqua film, and yeah, that's a good movie. It's meaningful, impactful. But Training Day is kind of like one of those movies that you
just like
can
Denzel
just watch it.
Washington.
I mean,
That's who
Denzel
stars in that, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
And then Bruce Willis starred in the one that we watched.
See, connection. So
Oh
go.
my God.
Point being, go check out The Equalizer. The next movie out is Unfriended, Dark Web.
Dun, dun, dun.
Casey had some interesting things to say on this movie.
Okay, but Anthony was
Beforehand.
judging me the whole time.
Well,
So
okay,
I heard
in
it
my
was
defense,
Super hashtag shady watcher.
the first movie is not good. The first movie is not
we
good.
watched it?
I
It's
don't
fine.
I don't think
understand.
you've seen it.
I haven't seen it.
You can't say it's bad then.
The trailers made it look like complete garbage.
Thank
And
you.
honestly, the movie did not make that much money, and I'm shocked that it's getting a second movie in like a franchise, I guess, unfriended franchise. But why is this movie potentially interesting to you?
Well, no. Everyone stop. The movie's not going to be good. I
Okay.
don't think it's going to be
Fair,
interesting.
but
the premise of the movie terrifies me. And you've been watching conspiracy theories too, so you know what I mean. The dark web is a very scary place. There is shit on there that you didn't even know human beings were capable of producing or like actually actively searching for to watch. It is
Ooh la la.
And there's this theory out there that the creators of these websites that you can find have a log of the traffic that comes in, and they're able to track you through the cameras in your phones or your laptops or your webcams. Which, by the way, that's not a conspiracy theory. That's been proven. You can hack into those cameras easy.
That's the government also.
Right.
And that's why that was a big review thing.
So the idea that these people could easily hack into those cameras, while it's not been proven, because I don't think anyone's actually looked into it in terms of like civilians hacking into it, it's still terrifying. So the idea of stumbling upon this really horrifying website, I'm not going to even go into details of the analogy that I gave you guys earlier, because I don't think anyone needs to
that's
hear
good.
that.
Let's separate that from here.
But say you found something so horrifying that your first thought was to go to the police. these people who run that website can see your activity in terms of what you search for, people you may call, and they, at that point, it can be easy for them to threaten you and or stalk you and or kill you. And while I don't think this movie is maybe the best way to go about it because it is part of a dumb franchise, the premise of it, the idea of it, is actually really terrifying.
So if they capitalized on the premise the way that they should for the title that it suggests, it would be good.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'll do that.
I don't think they're going to do it on this one, but I do, the dark web is becoming like the new thing to talk about now.
Ugh.
So I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot more movies on the dark web, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot more impactful movies on the dark web. Even Blake Lively has gotten in on a conversation about shit that you can find on the dark web.
Yeah, and there's an interesting movie, like, it's not maybe the dark web, but it is the web, and, you know, that's going to be a huge fucking thing for, you know, the next decade, I'm sure, like you were suggesting. There's a movie coming out, what's that actor's name that played Sulu from the latest Star Trek?
John Cho.
John Cho. That movie looks really good. It looks like a good version of what you're suggesting.
Does that delve into the 3 layers of the internet?
Yeah, sort of.
Really.
Not the dark web, but like it's more about how you can find so much stuff on a person through you know this app, or this website or this website. Yeah, and how there's a double life that some people can lead that you as a parent may not even know about until you actually.
Yeah.
So I guess that's not the dark web, but that is kind of delving into.
It's like an Avatar paradox, kind of.
Sort of.
It could be. I don't know. It's just all very scary, and so that's why this movie, not the movie, but the idea of the movie kind of scares me.
So something to keep an eye out for, maybe in the future.
Yeah.
We have a ton of uncertain or limited releases, so I'm gonna try and go through them pretty quick. And on ones that are interesting, I will at least make a quick note. So first up, we've got Blind Spotting in this category. It's kind of like a story on Oakland and, you know, kind of growing up in the streets. It's kind of interesting.
Wait, Ransom.
Go ahead, real quick.
Yeah.
We got a lot.
So it's really interesting. It's like taking Train Spotting, but putting it into like America's standards and modern day, where it's talking about like police brutality. So I hope that it really is like a good movie.
Delves into it, yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully. McQueen is the next movie up.
Not about Lightning McQueen, by the way.
No, it's a documentary on Alexander McQueen, a notorious British fashion designer from the late 90s and 2000s. So, interesting there. Generation Wealth, another documentary. It's investigating society and wealth. Then we've got Tifa in Trouble. It's a foreign comedy. Don't know much about it. Damascus Cover, spy thriller set amidst the backdrop of Syria. Duck Duck Goose, an animation of the iconic game, now a Netflix movie.
Yay.
The next movie up is Occupation. Fleet of aliens descending upon Earth in a town that's blacked out.
Welcome to Earth.
There you go. Nice. Father of the Year is another Netflix movie premiering this week. Fathers, I guess, like their kids get into an argument about who would win in a fight, and then the fathers take it for real. And they actually try and fight. I don't know. Crazy. Broken Star, that's a movie. Zoe. This one's kind of interesting. It's got Lea Seydoux and Ewan McGregor, and it's about an engineer who romances a robot.
Look, I'm gonna go see it just because Ewan McGregor.
Do they want to play Adult Duck Duck Goose?
The last movie. The last movie out this week is Maquia. I don't know how to pronounce that.
I saw the word.
When the Promised Flower Blooms. It's an anime. I don't know much about it. I saw some stuff in the synopsis, and I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. I should say that. So anyway, this week is a weird week. We've got 3 movies out and wide. One of them's probably going to go decently well, Mamma Mia. But I think it's just going to capture its audience and no one else. I really do hope, guys, like for me, I want to go see The Equalizer 2. I hope some people can check it out too. Are you guys excited for anything this week?
Equalizer 2.
Equalizer 2?
And I hope Blind Spotting is a good movie.
I'm excited to
Don't.
maybe go see Ant-Man and the Wasp finally.
I thought you were going to say play it adult.
No!
You know, the point was to get that out of the movie show, and then we just brought it up
I
again.
can't help it.
Anyway, weird week in the
You
cinema
didn't even
for
ask
sure.
Casey what she's excited for. You're
What?
saying
You
I'm not
guys both
excited
said
for
no.
anything.
okay.
Yeah, you guys both said no.
Yeah,
you
get
always
mad at me.
interrupt me. You
No,
say
I'm
I'm
not
being a
mad at
bad
Oh my
host.
gosh, we gotta end this episode right
Yeah.
now.
Sorry for this.
Thanks for tuning in to another interesting week at CineWeek. Let us know what you're excited for in the comments below. It's probably going to be a quiet week for everyone. And yeah, we'll see if we got some interesting things next week. So stay tuned for more, of course, here. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.